Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special CODEX station presentation from the Vault Action Figures. I'm your host, Sonny Kruger, and joining me are my usual, co-hosts that I've been doing some stuff with is Tim the Terrible, Tim Morse, and the
Hello.
one and only Uncle Gary.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Glad to
You
have-
didn't learn your lesson from last time.
No way. I wanted more. We knew. We said so. Today we're showing our action figures. I mean, Tim knew we got to have Uncle Gary on
Yes.
this. If we're gonna show action figures, we've got to see some of yours too. So I'm looking forward to.
You want more?
Yep. Billy Idol, more, but
Not even the midnight hour.
We are greedy.
Not even the midnight hour.
even more. Just everything. I'll show all your toys. The ones that have eyes without a face, and all of them. But
I like it.
but all the good stuff, all the action figures. Tim will go first showing his action figures. I will show mine. And we said it's only right that Uncle Gary is the main event, and he will give us a tour of the action figures he has all around his big old, what would you say?
We're gonna have hopefully a walking and not a stumbling tour. So we'll see.
Yes, we did say if you fall, then we'll have to call Dan or Sal to go over and pick up, to break in your house, to take the camera and finish the tour for you, and then get you help.
That's gonna be a long hour wait for them to get here.
So maybe they should just head on their way right now.
You can't tell them to go now. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Dan, you might as well hop in the car, buddy, just in case.
So, guys,
All
action figures, we love them. We've collected them. Before we get into anything, how long would you say you guys have been collecting action figures for? Were there any times you stopped, or have you been collecting all throughout your lives?
So, God, I recently just got back into them. Like serious collecting, I think maybe about 10 years ago, I did Marvel Legends stuff, and I was trying to get the whole series that had the Galactus Build-A-Figure. Wasn't able to do that. They were expensive then, they're expensive now. And I just kind of put that on the wayside, but I've been getting back into it recently. A lot of Transformers Redline, G.I. Joe Classifieds, Marvel Legends, and the McFarlane DC figures, and I am digging every minute of it. So yeah.
Real quick, I see we got a comment from Dan, from our very own Dan Kelly.
I gotcha. I won't. What does he say? He says it won't be that long of a wait. Sal is already lurking in the bushes outside.
You know what? They're waiting for me to come up lame so they can invade.
So Sal is waiting.
Big Marv, gentlemen, he says hello. Good to see you, Big Marv.
Hey, hello, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Uncle Gary, how long have you been collecting action figures?
All right. Well, I know that like I said, this is a big deal because this is the 50th anniversary of me collecting comics. I started in 1974. I have to think the action figures started not long after that. I had a couple of the old Mego figures.
Yeah.
Remember them? That were like, I guess they were kind of dolls with the superhero clothes on them. So I had a couple of them, but I think the first time I remember truly collecting action figures was the famous Kenner line from the late 70s. And they were phenomenal. There were 32 in all.
Was that the Star Wars line or the
the superpowers?
Oh
line.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So there were 32 of them in all, and I know I bought every single one off the shelf except for one, and that was the Cyborg figure. That was very, very short, limited.
Oh wow.
And I ended up getting that figure about 20 years ago. I got a loose figure of it, and they were like $100 even loose, that figure. But it completed that Kenner set that I have, and on the stumbling tour, we'll see it. We'll see those figures. But they were so unique because they all had little powers. You like the Flash, you squeeze his legs and you squeeze his arms and his legs run. Green Lantern, you squeeze his legs and his hand comes up that has the power ring on it. Squeeze Dr. Fate and he comes up like he's casting a spell. I think Superman punches. So they all had really cool figure. Aquaman squeezes legs and squeezes arms and his legs act like he's swimming.
Wow.
So it's just they all had these cool little figures. Hawkman's wings would go.
I remember the Superpowers figures when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to have those and the Secret Wars figures.
Right, and it was really cool when the DC Universe figures came out, where the legendary Four Horsemen were the sculptors.
Mhm.
They recreated every single Superpowers figure
Wow.
within their line, which was really cool. And I know some of them, like some of the lines in that original Superpowers line, like there was a Mantis and a Parademon and a Steppenwolf that looked nothing like the comic version. So when those DC figures came out, they gave you both versions, the version that matched the Superpowers figure and the version that matched the the comic version. So it's kind of neat that you could get both versions of those, but they wanted to they wanted to pay tribute to that great Kenner line that was really ahead of its time.
What I mean, Kenner at that time had Star Wars figures. They were doing the entire franchise for Star Wars. They had Superpowers. They were on top of it. Mattel.
Oh
yeah,
and the McFarlane now is doing those Superpower type figures where they're kind of reissuing the look and the feel of those things, which is kind of interesting. That he's given his tribute to them.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, for me, I started when I was 2. From looking back at pictures and stuff, I see even when I was 2 years old that I still have pictures of me and my brother playing with. There was a time when we were able to fit all of our action figures into a shoebox, so you could even see pictures of us playing. And of course, it started off with X-Men and Batman were the ones that we originally started. And even I still have some of those figures today right in that bucket. So I'll be pulling some of those out, bringing back a bit of nostalgia for me. Last night, pulling out all the figures, looking at some, bringing me back to memories. And
are you of the age to have had He-Man figures?
You know what? I later got a few of when they did a remake of He-Man, like in the early 2000s. Okay. So not the original He-Man, but I have a few from the early 2000s He-Man.
That's
and and a little bit after that, maybe when I was around 14 or something is when I stopped. And now every now and then I'll get a figure as a gift here or there, but I don't actively collect. Not now. They're very expensive now.
Well, that one Christmas, Sonny, you got that Dr. Fate figure, and that was the coolest.
Yeah, so that was a cool Dr.
Did you
Fate
leave him in the box or did you let him out?
Let's see.
Oh, there he is.
I had to take him out.
Is that the 112? Is that the 112 figure or is that a McFarlane?
That's a McFarlane.
Yeah, McFarlane, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a 112 figure that's really cool and his eyes light up.
Oh.
That's really cool. It's a more deluxe figure.
Yeah.
It's like statue and kind of like doll, but the eyes light up on the Batman. It's really cool.
Wow.
But, on the Dr. Fate. And I have that upstairs. That's a neat figure.
That's great.
So
I'm looking forward to seeing all your figures, Uncle Gary, a little after I show my figures. But first, Tim will show us some of his figures that he's got. Tim, show us your stuff. Show us those toys.
So let's go ahead and start with the smallest ones first. No. So when I was a kid, had G.I. Joe, had He-Man, had Transformers, Thundercats, all that stuff. Lost a lot of it. I have very, very few left from when I was a kid. And those aren't even here with me right now. They're in a storage unit in Illinois. But we'll get it started off small. So got this neat little guy right here that was given to me as a gift. Yeah, nice little Joker. And he sits up here on my desk. Then a friend of mine in Australia sent this to me. A Scratchy, I believe, from The Simpsons.
Itchy and Scratchy,
Lego figure. Yeah. And these are knockoff figures, but my son picked them out for me, and they sit up here proudly at my desk. We have Mr. Knight, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, can barely see him.
I can't tell. Like you said they're knockoff. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, they're knockoff Lego figures, but this one is cool.
Very nice.
Giant Galactus. Yeah. So there's those nice little tiny ones. Now let's go ahead and get into these guys. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a Generation 1 Headmaster's Transformer. I don't remember this guy's name, and he is incredibly difficult to change and transform. But yeah, right there's the headpiece. On eBay, the headpiece I think is $20 or $30. And he is worse for wear, a little beat up, but still a very nice Generation 1 Transformers. And my lighting sucks.
Tim,
But
his name is Mr. White Car.
that is absolutely correct. Mr. White Car. Fantastic.
If anybody knows his name, let us know.
Sticking with Transformers, let's go to the red line, which is what I'm collecting right now. I love this line. Absolutely fantastic. And this is my all-time favorite Transformer, Bumblebee. Got him in a nice little pose there with his gun. They don't transform or anything, but they are incredibly poseable and wonderful to sit down or to sit down and mess around with and display. And
So
all
you
that
can't put him
stuff.
in the position he was in the cover that recently came out about 2 months ago.
Broken and destroyed. I could.
No,
Dan,
don't do that.
Dan, thank you very much. Throttle and Breakaway, absolutely. So yeah, there's that.
Is that 2 figures in one?
Yeah, so the Headmaster's figures were 2 figures. So you had the
Okay.
Headmaster here,
Okay.
and he was about that big when he transformed.
Okay.
All he did was he flipped, and then you had this thing here,
And the other guy
which-
was Breakaway. Okay.
yeah.
I was
Okay.
close. I was close to Mr.
Let's
White
see
Car.
here. I still
Mr. White
okay.
Car.
Staying with the red line, the ever terrifying Megatron holding the Energon Cube. And I love the attention to detail on these figures. This is exactly what the animated series is in the flesh, basically. It's absolutely fantastic. Once again, the posability on these guys is great, and they just move, and you can bend and twist and get all kinds of different poses and everything, interchangeable hands and all of that stuff. Megatron, absolutely cool. My brother's favorite Transformer is Optimus Prime. Got him right here, again with the red line, and he has the Matrix of Leadership in there. The inside pops out if I can get the doors open, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. But either way, yeah, the awesome, iconic blaster, Optimus Prime, fantastic. I love it. That's a nice one. Thank you, Big Marv. Thank you. Sticking with the Hasbro line, let's go ahead and go with G.I. Joe Classified series. Really big into these right now. And when Ollie's and Ross got them over the Christmas season, I was able to get myself and my son several of these figures for $7. When
Nice.
normally in the store they're going for 25. And I was taking them. So first we have Outback. This is the Tiger Force version.
Oh, cool.
The articulation is awesome. The attention to detail is even better. Normally he would have red hair, but I really like this one because he's like me. He's got gray hair.
I was going to say they
Very
modeled
cool.
that after you. Look at
Yeah. The pieces that you get, like his flashlight here, the gun that comes with it, the backpack, the shovel, there's all kinds of little tiny, a knife, all kinds of little tiny things, his sidearm, that all come off and all that
So is
stuff.
he Australian?
Yes, they give you
So will he pick up that knife and say, "No, that's not a knife. This is a
this
knife."
is a knife.
Mm.
Well, let's see here. That's a little tiny knife so no. But they give you a lot of accessories with these figures. And I think it is really awesome and amazing. And it makes me feel like a 10-year-old again, getting these
Great
guys.
deal, too, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Next, sticking with the classified series, this is one of my favorite figures. She's modernized, but still very homaged to her classic look. And this is Scarlet.
Nice.
She looks absolutely fantastic. The little piece fell off. Oh, they are. Dan, the classified figures are fantastic. If you got an Ollie's or a Ross near you, head over that way and you can find some for a really decent price. But her, I mean, she's got her knife here. This is all movable. She's got the band here, which fell off, that makes her crossbow a crossbow. More knives, even more knives. And she is incredibly posable. It is absolutely fantastic. And I love this figure. She is
Nice.
wonderful. Yeah, very, very good. Continuing with the classifieds, this is one of my favorite villains, one of my favorite team builders, right? This is an army builder. This is Fred. You guys know who he is, the Crimson Guard. Absolutely fantastic. I love the modernized look, but still very classic. Absolutely wonderful. That's a knife right there, Gary. Look at the size of this thing. Look at that. That thing is
Oh,
enormous, and it has the little serpent bit on the top. I love it. I love
you
the
need,
attention to detail.
you need to practice knife safety.
Very much so. Knife safety is in effect, and he even comes with a nice little ceremonial sword, the sidearm. I have two of these guys. So yeah, this is one of my favorite, just regular troopers for Cobra. Absolutely fantastic. Love it.
Do any of them not come with a knife? It seems that they
Uh,
all come with some kind of knife.
all of them do, I think. I think Hasbro was like, "What should we give these guys?"
Are there any
Knives.
pacifist heroes?
There are not. Well, here, Sonny, this is one that didn't come with a knife. This is the peg warmer version of my favorite villainess, the Baroness.
There you go.
And yeah,
No knives, but
she
2 guns.
is fantastic. The peg warmer version, I think, looks better because you've got the black on black and all that stuff, and the boots are wonderful. She looks sexy, she looks sleek, and she looks incredibly dangerous all at once, and even the glasses and all of that stuff. This is one of my favorite figures. I love it. And she is also extremely posable.
Tim,
Got,
a little saliva got on
oh,
you.
sorry.
Doing no.
Yeah, let me fix that. This one is my son's. I would be a terrible father if I didn't show one of his figures. This is his Cobra Commander,
Cool.
and it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the flintlock pistol that he has and the big giant ceremonial Cobra blade. Uh, Absolutely wonderful. Got that. He's got the boots and all that stuff. Looks very, very awesome. He posed him this way, so that's
You
pretty
have to
cool.
keep them that way. You have to keep them
Yeah.
that way.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now this one, this guy came with a lot of stuff. And yes, he came with knives, Sonny. But this is, I think, one of the coolest looking figures. And this is the Alley Viper. And he is wonderful. You've got this massive shield. Now, when you're a kid and you get the 3 3/4 inch figure and they come with all these accessories and stuff, that shield is just so cool. The flip up for his visor, the
Well, that's neat.
guns. Oh, yeah, he is loaded with all kinds of stuff. And that shield has got the little sticker on the inside. And it even rotates and spins on his arm. And it's all removable and all that stuff. And I love this. This was the first classified figure I got when I started getting the classified line. So, yeah, the Alley Viper.
Nice.
Very
I'm gonna have
awesome.
to check out Ross's soon.
Oh, dude, you
Yeah.
110% need to. If you have an Ollie's anywhere near you,
No Ollie's, just Ross's.
yeah.
Ross.
Dan had the Alley Viper original when I was a kid. Awesome figure. Was one of my favorite figures when I was a kid. So it only made sense to get that first. Now let's move into I'll show you the Secret Wars figures and the Superpowers figures I have. I only have 2 of each. And they're missing stuff. but I have a Robin.
Missing a cape.
Yeah, and his arm does not karate chop.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
It
but
happens over the years.
yeah, I only got him for like I think $2 or $3 on eBay. So I was pretty happy with that. And
Did it come with
then
matching shorts?
it did not. Then we have Superman.
No cape.
No
He's,
cape.
he's punching though.
Yeah, he still works. And from time to time, I may zoom him around if I need a cape to fly. But yeah, and he's been well used, well played with, well loved, and I think that adds a nice little bit of nostalgia to him. So
I
whoever
agree.
had him, whatever kid had him, really enjoyed that figure, and I think that's cool. The Secret Wars figures I have Wolverine with no accessories. Super awesome. He looks like he's doing the Pee Wee Herman dance. Yes, absolutely.
I had a Black Claw Wolverine at one point
Oh man.
that I bought. Yeah, originally it was loose. I mean, it was opened and all that.
Yeah. This is my favorite Secret Wars figure, Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm. He's svelte.
His thing is all rubbed off. His thing, the pattern, the circuitry pattern, and I know why they did this, because they didn't want him to look bland, so they added that circuitry pattern there when he doesn't have any of that stuff.
Good thing you rubbed it off.
Whatever kid had this before me did that. So there's that. Oh, here's one more Redline figure, Galvatron.
Oh, that's very cool.
He is awesome, and he is screen accurate. I mean, down to the detail, and he's huge compared to Megatron. He stands probably this much taller. Looks absolutely fantastic, amazing. The attention to detail on the back that they did with these characters is absolutely wonderful.
Like you said, they look just like the cartoon, like they took them out of the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've got 3 Marvel Legends and then 2 McFarlane DC figures. So the first Marvel Legends I'll show is my High Evolutionary.
Oh, there you go.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think this is absolutely cool. Just needs a charged Starscream at his feet. I have a Starscream over there, but I didn't bring him over here. But yeah, the High Evolutionary. How could you not have this figure?
That's what I've been calling Jamie for creating the station. He's the High Evolutionary.
Well, here he is in the flesh, right here.
Which series did you say he was from? Marvel Legends?
Yeah, this is Marvel Legends. This is one that came out, or no, this might have been the Fantastic Four line. I think it was, but it's Marvel Legends Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But this was one I got at Ollie's for $7.
Cool figure.
Yeah, oh yeah, love it. This one is fantastic. She is absolutely stunning. And that is my beautiful Scarlet Witch.
Wanda.
She is on a very flimsy DC stand thing. I need to get some of these things.
I was gonna say it reminds me of the one that the Dr. Fate has.
Yeah, but it's very wobbly. It is not sturdy at all. So she gets put down and does not get moved. But yeah, I love it. Love the flowing cape. The detail on the hair, I'm very impressed with, and all of that stuff. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. One more Marvel Legend, and then 2 DC McFarlane figures. Marvel Legends, Iron Man.
Oh, very cool. The old the old armor too.
Yeah, this was yeah, and that's the whole reason why I got it. I dig this absolutely, and with these neat little accessories that come with them, and there's stuff for his boots too. So there's that. Then we have the Arkham Asylum Batman.
That's awesome, Batman.
Oh yes, very cool. I love him. Got him on his nice little stand. I think that's a different grappling gun, but I like that one so much that I put that with him instead. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I enjoy it. And this one is one of my favorites. I got him on a Crisis on Infinite Earths stand. But this is an Elseworlds Batman / Superman.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, and that Crisis on Infinite Earth stance I thought was only fitting for a figure like this. He's heavy. The cape is heavy. He looks absolutely terrifying. I love it. This is one of my favorite stories from Elseworlds. And when they put this figure out, I was so excited, so happy that I had to get one. I had to order one because my Walmart didn't carry it. But yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Wait, from Silver Bullets, right?
Yeah, silver bullets, 100%. All right, so that's what I got. Sonny, it is your turn, good sir.
All
I
right.
want to see what's in that box behind you.
Well, I may have a bit, but let me start us off. Let me put this over here. This is some grabbing toys. But I got this character, this superhero. So I will say, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. And do you know this superhero right here?
That is shoot, I don't know. I know it's the Hurricane, but
Is the Hurricane Gregory Helms? He's actually a
Yeah.
wrestler.
he's so cool though.
He is not a superhero. But I got some wrestlers.
The match when he beat The Rock and was so surprised that he did and ran out of the ring and just left. It was great.
Good times. Like I have to pull out him, see if I can
Oh,
trick
yeah.
anybody. But you said The Rock. Well, how about Black Adam?
Oh, wow.
Back when
There
he
we
didn't
go.
have all of his tattoos, it was like, look, his toy has one tattoo on it.
The Brahma Bull.
But I won't show too many wrestlers, but even two. The old Undertaker. He used
Yeah.
to like
Oh,
glow.
wow.
I had my mom glue the hat onto his head. And back in our day, when we got action figures, sometimes they didn't look like them. Like this was Rowdy Piper. For some reason, they gave him black hair. He didn't ever wear this shirt, but they gave him a shirt that said "Reality Check."
That is not Piper at all.
Yeah.
That is somebody
No.
else.
Yeah. This is what we had to deal with. This is what I had to pretend this is Roddy Piper.
Oh my lord. Just
And-
call him somebody else at that point.
I use my imagination.
Yeah.
This is the blue blazer. It was very hard to find.
Owen Hart.
Yeah, Owen Hart, who passed away in this outfit.
Yep.
As you could see, they didn't even.
You
finish
don't
making
push
this
him off
figure.
the top shelf, do you?
No way. He's very kept up. Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, Owen Hart
Scary.
was like
I
blue
know, that was
blazer,
bad.
and he fell to his death. So that's why this figure wasn't out. And yeah, as you can see, it wasn't finished, but somehow they released still some to the store. And me and my brother did still manage to get some.
That
Let me tell you, as bad as that joke was of mine, it's nowhere near as bad as Vince McMahon pulling his body off the match and continuing with the event.
yes.
And cleaning
that
up.
was disgusting. Yep.
Yeah. Well, some might find this disgusting, and some might just find him pretty fun. In case you remember Val Venus, he was
Val
like me.
Venus.
He's
Right.
like me, an actor, but his movies were only adult movies.
Oh my
Okay.
lord.
And I do not have the accessory. But
Do you
he
have a
came with
heavy
the towel.
flow? Do you have a heavy flow figure?
No heavy flow. And then if you like UFC, Ken Shamrock, he was in wrestling
Wow.
and UFC. And then the very first ever toy of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh wow.
That's
If
what
you
we
put
had to
some
deal with.
pants on, maybe he wouldn't be stone cold.
So that was the very first of all of them. So that's the wrestlers, but now we'll get into some other figures too. Got this. This was one of my
You got stuff hiding under the desk.
all
and I
over. I was setting up before we got ready today. I'm like, wait, we're kind of
but he doesn't have any mammals under the desk.
no.
No.
Andre the Giant, he's been in some movies, so he's not just a
Yep.
wrestler.
Ooh, is that one of the rubber figures?
Oh, this one, he
Oh, he
actually
Oh.
moves.
was like a classic. Yeah, so it was like a
Andre's
classic.
joints are old.
They made them all like really big, but everybody else, I'm like, they're not that tall. But I'm like, Andre the Giant is tall.
It's huge.
Here's one of the rubber
Is he
ones. That did,
storming the castle? Do you make him
This.
storm the castle?
that sound like he has to go. I do have a Castle Grayskull, but I'm like, okay, I got to stop pulling so much stuff out. But I do have a Castle Grayskull somewhere. I also got, there's one of the Vader, my very first
Vader.
wrestling figure, which was super hard. He did not move.
Wow.
I could use him as
Looks
a
like
weapon.
George the Animal Steel almost.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm just gonna start grabbing some from the side. Do you like horror movies? You like, you know, it's Ma'am. No, it's actually Norman
Perkins.
Bates.
From
Yep.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Even has from the movie Maniacs. He's the wig and
Wow.
everything.
Wow.
As a boy, I was like 10 years old. What do I want for Christmas? I want the movie Maniacs. I want Jason Voorhees.
Oh, that's
wow.
nice.
I think that was my favorite probably out of the movie Maniacs. And let's see who else we got over here. We got Michael Myers.
Yep. He's the same line.
Yep. Scream.
Scream.
Oh, wow.
He came with a phone too.
I think the phone has been lost over the years. Chucky. Oh man, he's having a bad old hair day. He hasn't gotten out in the public in a long time.
Wow.
And of course, my last name is Sonny. My name is Sonny Kruger. How can I not have Freddy Krueger?
Freddy. Yep.
And not so much of a maniac, but he was in the series, and I've always liked the Terminator.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there he is.
That's
And this
cool.
wasn't from the movie Maniacs. This was just from the Alien series. And there's an alien. I've had this for a long time since I was a kid. Still even moves.
Boy, that's one of them old ones.
Oh yeah, so like
That's the Queen, isn't it?
Yes, this is the Queen. And I was probably like 3 years old with this, and I still
Wow.
I was a kid who
You're
kept my stuff
terrorizing
in
all the kids you were terrorizing all the kids in preschool with that.
One time in preschool, I wanted to be Jason Voorhees, and I had the mask, but it ripped. So I was not ever Jason Voorhees for Halloween.
Wow.
But a little cautionary tale, everybody. In case you're ever with your friends and your friend is burning one of your figures, like, oh, let's make him look rough. If your friend is continuing to burn and don't feel free to say, hey, stop it, that's enough. Because if you don't, you might end up getting a chip hazard that looks like that.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yes, I should have just been like, hey, that's enough. You got a little too burned. But you like Resident Evil, like some video games. There's the Tyrant. I believe that was his name, the Tyrant. And
Is that Nemesis?
He was. All I remember is he was from the very first video game.
Oh,
Somebody in
okay.
the comments could tell us.
Wow.
Yeah, there he is. I had that.
That dude needs a manicure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And this guy, not too sure of his name, so hey, maybe Timmy had some luck earlier, but he's from the Spawn series. I don't know his name, but he's a pretty mean-looking guy. So that's why
I can't remember his name either.
Oh shit! I have no clue.
Anybody remember? Put it in the comments.
I can't remember. I don't know his name.
Put it in the comments, anybody, so we can learn who that is.
Yeah, you'll win a no prize. Oh, there goes. That's
Somebody's
the mail.
excited for that. And then how about some Spawn? This is a little Spawn right here. I got some other Spawns. I did like Spawns. So I have a few. That's a little one. And then he also came with that bigger Violator.
That's a nice Violator figure. I like that.
Like I said,
you're gonna be violated. That's the way to go.
we didn't have all the best of toys when we were kids, so sometimes we just had to deal with what was out. I remember the day. Look at that, a tiny little Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Nowadays,
those are cool. I used to have a bunch of those, like most of the Mortal Kombat figures and a fair number of the Street Fighter figures. They were very healthily mixed in with my G.I. Joes.
Now we get to a little bit of the injured list. When I pull out some of the toys, I noticed a few of them were a bit broken up, so I'm going to have to use some super glue. Raiden, he looks okay right now. This one's a little bit bigger, but his hair keeps coming off, so I'm going to have to glue him later. Also, this old guy from Resident Evil, took him out. He looks all cool. But then if you let him go, his arm is actually off. So he needs to be healed.
He's a zombie.
Needs to go to the island of misfit toys.
Yeah. Also, another one that was injured was Nimrod. He's not like the Nimrod figures we have now.
Oh.
And then
he blew a tire.
one of my favorites needs to be fixed, and that is Wolverine.
Oh man.
He doesn't have healing factor.
I know he's gonna have to heal his arm
Not
back
this
on.
time.
Yeah.
Got some more to show you though. I'm not close to being done. I came ready today, boys.
I guess. I just did a selection of what I thought was the coolest. Sonny, you brought it all.
And actually, I have more, but I'm like, okay, stop. You're getting too excited.
He's
All right.
bringing the guys on injured reserve out.
Yeah. Here is Apocalypse. This was one of my favorites because it was a bit bigger than the others, and he was one of the ones he had where you could like pull out the chest,
Yeah.
and you could put like little discs in there, and then
Now-
you would hit it, and he would display some pictures from the show.
Sonny, it's obvious that you enjoyed the Toy Biz line. I loved the Toy Biz line. Gary, what did you think about it?
I've got a bunch of them on these shelves up here. I love it. They were fun.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Uncle
Those-
Gary, I
those
noticed
X-Men's-
you had another figure that I have too, and that is Man-Bat.
Man, that was a cool line.
Oh
that
yeah, this
was
was.
a cool Batman line. I've got quite a few of those. But yeah, that's a great Man-Bat figure.
I saw this on your shelf, and I'm like, I gotta show that. You know, I've got some of the classics too, and then we were talking before about He-Man, so I'll pull out some more He-Man figures. And here's Orko. Like I said, these are the ones
Orko.
from the early 2000s. So there's Orko. Here's Skeletor. Let's see if he still talks. No more talking from Skeletor. And do you like Prince Adam? If not, well, I also do have He-Man. So there we
Wow.
go. And then if you like the new show, we're more wanted to focus on Tila, I've got you covered because I do have Tila as well.
Nice.
Is that from the early 2000s animated show?
That is from
Yeah.
the early 2000s one.
That's cool.
And then let's get on to some legends. And here's the Hulk from the original series of Marvel Legends from series number 1.
Oh, that's great.
Definitely one of my faves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, time to move on to some other kinds of figures. So I will move back a little bit and set this all up so I can take them, show them, put them back away. Let's start with these guys. Another one of those. Do you know who they are? These 3 figures right here. This guy, that guy, and that guy. They were from a show early 90s. I remember even as a kid, there's a picture when I'm like 3 or 4. I think I'm like 4, and I'm holding him as a gift for back in the day. And even too, I was in an apartment holding this figure, and I have like a basketball net behind me. So I'm like, maybe I'll show these something with dragons.
I have no clue.
Uncle Gary, any
I
clue
don't know
who?
either. No.
Anybody in the comments? If you know where they're from, let us know. So I should move on a bit faster. Can you hear me good?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Let's just see right here. Want to rock and roll all night and party every day? Because there's Paul Stanley.
Yep.
And he came with these 2. A clown, an evil, drunk-looking clown.
Wow.
And the dog with some clown stuff on there too. Yeah, I mostly got it for like the clown stuff, and then later on I became a Kiss fan. I'm like, oh wow, cool. At least I have them. And let's see what else I've got here. Are you a fan of the Martian Manhunter? Because
Yes.
I've got him. Me too. A few of them. I've got him in Martian form.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Then Justice League the Animated Series form.
I like that.
And finally, one of my all-time favorite figures is my JLA one. I got this. It was a 5-pack. It was Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and The Flash. And it came with the Brave and the Bold 26.
28.
Nice.
Definitely one of my faves. The Martian Manhunter. And like I said back in the day, how do you like your Venom? Do you like Venom from the early to mid 90s? Or do you want it from the early 90s to late 80s?
The
Which one?
ladies like the tongue flicking one.
Yeah, he's got that tongue ready
Yep.
for you.
That looks the older Toy Biz figure looks like he has some alterations.
Oh yeah, the arm. Yeah.
Well, the paint on his chest.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
You're right. It's even down to the stomach.
Yeah.
hey, there we go. There we go, Sonny.
There we go. Matching tonguing venoms.
Oh my god.
Good times showing all our stuff, our toys. Okay. Brimstone Love. I believe it's from X-Men 2099. Maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was like Brimstone Love. Very cool figure. Let me grab a few of these out of time. Let's move a little bit faster. The Green Goblin, not with his mask, but there you go. You can see he's William Dafoe.
That's cool.
I'm pretty sure someone gave him to me. I don't know. Because, yeah, I would have had the mask. Lex Luthor from Justice League the Animated Series. And Magneto. This one was given to me by my brother Eddie. As soon as he opened him, I was like, I want him. I was a kid. I was like 2 or 3. I'm like, I want him. And then he's like, you could have this figure, and it was Gideon. And then later he got the Age of Apocalypse Magneto, and then said, okay, you could have this one. So
Why is that Magneto? Why is his default move to bend over? I'm a little disturbed by that.
It's just they're so being up. He's taking a pounding. There was a time I made all my toys wrestlers, so some of them have taken a pounding.
Well, there you go. That's why he's bending over.
Do any of you remember Karate Fighters?
No.
So you put them on. They move like that, and then if you hit the chest, they fall off. So they were cool, fun toys. I don't remember any of these guys' names. I remember I called him Robber for some reason, but there we go. Karate Fighters.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were fun to play with because they said, you don't know who's going to win. Whoever gets hit in the chest. All right. I got to be careful when I grab these because I can't. If I grab them too roughly, somebody, they're going to end up on an injured list. So here's Cable. And, as a kid, I didn't know where some of this was the outfit he wears in Executioner Song towards the end.
Wow.
Towards the end, he wears that. Yeah. Mr. Freeze, the Arnold Schwarzenegger style Mr. Freeze.
Right on. That's, yeah.
My Ghost Rider has lost a bit of his fire.
Ooh.
Did he glow?
He did used to glow, yep. He used to glow. And then I don't know where this guy's from. Probably G.I. Joe or somewhere.
Hold on. Hold him up.
That may be Aliens.
That
maybe it is Alien.
Exactly it. That's
either Aliens.
That's either Hutch or Michael
Hudson?
Bynes. Hudson? Yeah.
Hicks. It was Hicks and Hudson.
Yeah, there you go. It's one of them.
Cool. Oh, you're right. So Alien. All right. And then here's Aquaman, who came in that set with
the yellow gloves. Yep, the yellow gloves from the JLA one. Brave and the Bold 28. He had yellow gloves on the cover.
Yep. So there we go. We got him there. And this figure, like I said, there was a time when I obviously stopped, but every now and then I'll get gifts. And my friend, another Dan, had given me this figure of her name is Sniper Wolf, and she comes to the Wolf from the video game Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
One of my favorite video games. So there we go. Sniper Wolf.
She's got great cleavage too. I have that figure too.
That one, yeah. I mean, just a teeny bit right there. Just a teeny bit.
Yep.
Like most people.
That's not tactical at all.
Yeah. Now this one.
It's distracting.
This one's gonna get Kristen and Sal will be fighting over this figure, And that is because it's Howard the Duck.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that is Howard the Duck right there.
I do not have a Howard the Duck figure, and I don't feel like I'm missing a damn thing.
Well, you might.
Did he come with a cigar? Did Howard come with a cigar?
He was actually the accessory. He was the extra item. So Howard the Duck didn't come with anything else. He was just like that. And let's see what else. Gargoyles. Some gargoyles figures right there.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
that looks like Goliath.
Yeah, it was like a robotic one.
Yeah.
And then I forgot this little guy's name.
Oh, right on.
Scratchy? No, no.
Probably. Yeah.
Creepy.
Oh yeah, a little bit of Power Rangers villains right there.
Oh, very cool.
Night. And you know I love my X-Men. And there's Maverick.
Yep.
A little interesting story behind Maverick is one day my dad bought me a BB gun when I was a kid. And he's like, oh, you can shoot birds or anything. And I didn't want to hurt any animals. I wanted to be peaceful. My mom's like, would you rather have an action figure? So I said, yeah. So she took me, we returned the BB gun. She's like, pick out a figure. And this is who I picked out, Maverick.
That's great.
I thought you were going to tell us you started shooting Maverick. I thought that's where the story was going.
That'd be a bit rough. That's how it went. Oh, look at that Toy Story. 2 Woodies.
Oh, wow.
Some gals fantasize about that.
You got 2 Woodies. Well, now I'm glad I gathered them both at the same time. Maybe some wild.
That is also what she has said many
exactly.
times.
Some Wildcats might like that. The Wildcats villain right there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what they were called. And this guy, I don't know. I think I got him at school or something, but I never knew his name. I'm just like, he doesn't look like a fighter. He looks like he can just heal people. So
I have no idea who that is.
yeah, it was like some
Rhino.
Rhino.
Close. Well, let's get through some more. There's Grizzly from X-Men.
Yeah. That's a Liefeld
Hey, Tim,
creation.
you get the feeling that when he's done with the podcast, he's going to be on the floor playing with all these guys.
Yes.
I'm going to try not to, but we'll see.
They're called Damonites.
The Damonites. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan Kelly. Here's a soldier. Don't know his name.
Was that a David Byrne figure with a coat that big?
Oh, I think I might have added the coat. I'm not too sure. Long time ago. But got an alien right there. Just rubbery. One eye. Good looking alien.
My lord.
Just some aliens. Sometimes I would get random weird looking toys.
That has nothing to do with comic books at all.
Maybe. I don't know. But this guy was from, I think he was from X-Men. If anybody knows, he normally.
Yeah, that's an X-Men figure. Yeah, I don't remember his name. I've got it on the shelf over here.
That is a very 90s figure, too. He's got the blades on his calves.
Just like every character, you know. He had hair, but he lost his hair. He got a haircut.
Oh, wow.
And that's because he bent over backwards and cut himself with his calves.
Probably.
His hair. Yeah, look at he's flexing.
Woo. He is. He's flexing. And here's Colossus, rubbery Colossus.
Wow.
And here's one of my first figures. Is Batman right here. Gary's bending over too.
That's Scuba Batman. That was a scuba. He came with the scuba gear too.
Wow.
But this is one of the first figures I ever had.
That's also the Kenner line.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
This is one of the first figures. I looked at the back, and the year says 1990s. That's the year I was born. So I didn't get it that year, but it was one of the first figures I ever had. This little old Batman.
You know what? You might have been born holding that in your hand.
There's a good chance. brought it all the way from England. Okay.
Sonny, it looks like you are not even halfway through that container.
Oh, I'm gonna get moving faster. From the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I don't know why he's with the action figures, but I love the Hunchback of Notre Dame. One of my favorite Disney movies. Tim, I didn't know who this character was.
What was the name of the main character in that?
Quasimodo?
Quasimodo? Yeah, that name rings a bell.
Yep. There you go. Rings a bell. Tim, one time we were showing figures, and you knew those Youngblood figures, but you didn't know him at the time. But I found out his name is Dutch.
Dutch. There we
Dutch.
go.
Yeah, I will be honest. I did like as much as we make joke, I did like the figure of Dutch. I do think he's a cool toy.
It's because he never pays. He never pays for somebody else when they go out to eat.
There are many who are like that. I've traveled a bit, and I've seen quite a few countries do that. But if you like purple, there you go. There's some Joker right there.
There you go.
It's a nice Joker animated series Joker.
Yes, classic Joker. Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Best voice for the Joker. And before we were talking about Wildcats, you have the villain of Hellspawn. No, he's missing his cape, got ripped off.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was a time his face ripped off, but at least my mom was able to glue it back on, so he still has that pretty old face of his.
It's a good mom right there, taking care of your figures for you.
Uncle Gary, I see behind you have Caliban. And look at that. Now say hello to Sonny's Caliban.
Mine's more formal because he's got a cape with him.
I was just saying, yeah, yours has the cape. Me, I pretty much lost all of the accessories to most of the figures. We're moving along, Tim.
Hey, Sonny, take a peek at that. Dan says Dutch has a new series coming out.
My friend Tim is probably going to get that. He's a big Youngblood fan.
Probably not.
You know what? Sonny looks like the claw in one of those machines that's going down.
Which one am I grabbing right now? Here you go. Here's some strong guy there.
Guido.
Yep.
I love that Peter David run. The whole costumes, all of it. It was great.
Same here.
I didn't like it when they tried to change them to unique individual costumes.
Yeah, I like the way, like I said, how stronger was like that. Well, look at this long shot right here. Still has the four fingers. There's not much. Look at the detail on the face, Tim.
Wow,
not much detail at all.
No, not very lucky in that regard.
And a very loose leg.
Right.
But at least he's not like Comcast. Comcast was big shoes, but he does not have. He lost his arm. He lost it when he was a wrestler of mine.
Is that where the internet company got their name from?
Yeah.
Probably they're reading X-Men and they're like, man, that guy's a cool guy and he uses computers. Let's just call us Comcast.
He just doesn't have an arm.
I got a winner for you.
You were rough on these toys, man.
Some of them, the wrestling days got rough on some of them, but a lot of them, when I was like 5, some of them I had since I was like 4 or 5.
The wrestling phase.
Yeah.
Is that Nick Fury? Yep.
Nick Fury, Marvel Legends Nick Fury.
Still has the gun.
Still has the gun and everything. So this one, these ones didn't become wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Fury's still there. And Batman from the animated series.
There you go. I'm going to show my figures, and Sonny's going to cry when he sees all the accessories that are.
Man!
Like he's going to bring me back. Like, oh man, remember I had those accessories like how many years ago? Somebody just came apart, and it's from Terminator 2. He's still. Look at that. The big difference between this one and then the other one from the Marvel Legends, or not the movie Maniacs.
Yeah.
So there he is. And one of his legs are still because it had to be glued.
Oh, wow.
But we're moving on. We do have... We're getting through it, guys. All right. And do you know what time it is?
Clobbering time?
Clobbering time. There you go.
Almost. One might say that it's morphin' time.
Oh.
And his knees are loose.
Yeah.
Elbows too.
Green Ranger, a lot of kneeling.
The Green Ranger.
Wow.
Batman Beyond, a different one. I found this in a park one day. Me and a buddy of mine, his name was Khalik. We both saw this on the ground. We both went for it. I got it. 20 years later, I still have it.
20 years later, some kid lost that and is still crying about it.
Absolutely.
He just saw it.
My favorite. There was where it went. You took it. Yeah.
Yep. And here's finders keepers, right? I looked around. Nobody was looking for him. The Flash, they said that's the one that came in that set.
Mm-hmm.
like the Martian Manhunter and Aquaman. Some more X-Men, the Brood with
Yep.
one wing.
Oh,
And a
Like I said, I was
flimsy
like
tail.
4. So every now and then they're going to lose some stuff. Justice League Animated Series, Dark Side.
mm-hmm.
Yep. So see,
That's
that one's
nice.
in good shape. That one's, he's still, you can tell later on in time I stopped playing with figures as much because the later ones aren't so loose. Whereas the other ones, like, as soon as you move them, they're about to break. Here we go. Here's Juggernaut.
Jugs. Who doesn't love Jugs?
I love Jugs.
I love Jugs.
I love jugs too. Milk jugs, orange juice jugs.
Mm-hmm.
I love Jugs when really big because that's just the way Jugs is supposed to be.
Agreed.
Bouncy.
Oh, yeah.
Firm.
Tim,
What?
I didn't was talking about Jugs, but here we go.
Jeffel.
I did not know who this was for so many years. And then episode 10 of the Codex podcast, I'm like, does anybody know who he is? And within like 1 second, Tim's like, that's Chapel. Tim, a few years ago on the Codex podcast, you solved the mystery of who is this cool guy I have.
And he
like,
looks just like Bushman too from Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that
That's
is
after he got the haircut. Because, I forgot. I didn't realize that until we reviewed Youngblood 1. Then I was like, oh, yeah, he actually has hair.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why did you review Youngblood 1?
Oh, it was one of the funnest reviews,
It was
though.
a great episode.
Catwoman, and she's got a cat.
Yeah, she's got a kitty cat
Very
with her.
cool.
Oh, yeah. And the Penguin. There's a bit of a story also behind the Penguin. This is one of those figures, along with Catwoman, that I got as an adult. Yeah. One day, I just suddenly get a message from my friend's mother, and she says, hey, you have a package at my house. I'm like, why do I have a package delivered to my friend's house? And then I open it. It's a big package of Batman figures, and it was because of the Penguin. One of my friends, Dan. Yeah, there's a lot of story behind the Penguin, but yeah. So he randomly decided to buy me the Penguin. See the Penguin, I still have him in good condition.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was quite a surprising mail call at someone else's house. Tim, how about some of those aliens that have nothing to do with comic books? There's another one.
My Lord.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes I was just get some weird things.
What was going through your head when you were looking down the toy aisle and like, I want that. I don't know what it is, but it's coming home with me.
Yeah, I had.
He wanted it to probe him later on.
All these ideas. I should say. How I do write and I make films, and it all started with action figures. All my ideas started, that was how I did storytelling back in the day, was play with figures. Dan Kelly's going to get jealous of this one. It's the black suit Daredevil.
Arnold, yeah. Armored Daredevil.
Body armor.
So there you go. There's the Daredevil. Another military guy. I don't know. I just call him like Sergeant or something. I don't know where he's from.
He is in a perpetual yell.
Oh yeah, he's yelling.
He's barking orders.
Yes.
And let's see what else. Tim, look at that. I got a Robin too.
Oh, hey, look at that.
I think he's still.
Mine's the Dick Grayson. Yours looks to be the Tim Drake.
Oh, okay.
Uppercut.
Yeah, he's still got it after all these years. And here's another Spawn figure, Samurai Spawn.
Wow.
I got the cape. It's somewhere in there. But yeah, so there was a time I like my samurai stuff. The Last Samurai is one of my favorite movies. And then next I have Samurai Spawn. And somewhere in there, here he is, since we're on the subject of Samurai Batman. I still have his cape, but no, I don't have any of the other accessories.
Yeah, he comes with a long post.
That's neat.
So, yeah, I got my stuff. Uncle Gary, I think you have this one too, and that is the Scarecrow.
That's part of that line with Man-Bat. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and he's pretty big too. That's one thing I liked is that he's pretty big and intimidating looking. So, I wanted to bring him out. And then, do you guys like the movie Austin Powers?
Yes.
Well, I got some Austin Powers for you, right? Some Austin Powers figures I even had. Austin Powers, he lost his glasses. But there he is. Dr. Evil.
Oh my God.
The cats might be somewhere. I might have given him away.
$1 million.
Wonder Woman has this cat. I mean, Catwoman has this cat.
Oh yeah, there you go. And little mini me.
That's great.
He was not easy to find. He was very hard to find. That's why he's in the spacesuit while the others are ready to go. All right. Another character who I'm like, who is this? What is his name or its name or her name? Does anybody know who this is?
Shadowhawk.
That is
It is
Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk. Oh, but there we go. Now I know. Shadowhawk. Cool.
That is a great looking figure.
Now I know. Now it finally has a name. Did you like those rubbery ones?
Yes.
This one I found. This is another one I found one day when I
Wow.
was like 4. And this is before I had another Magneto, so this is what I had to deal with. And then 2 more Power Rangers, Ivan Ooze. They didn't make him an
That's
action
cool.
figure at the time, so this is what I had to have.
The posable ones.
Yeah. And then back to some X-Men villains. Omega Red.
Oh yeah. I had him.
He lost his hair, but he got a little bit of a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
So
And he has tendrils that come out of his hands.
Yep.
yeah,
His hands.
yeah, one of them right there. Dan Kelly, I agree. And my brother would tell me the same thing all the time. Yeah. And here's Sabretooth.
Sabretooth, yep. Oh, he came with manacles and a like a Hannibal Lecter thing over his mouth too.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
And they're gone, but yep, pretty cool Sabretooth. And speaking of random, here's for some reason Ric Flair's cape is in there.
Woo!
Oh wow. The Nature Boy.
I do have a figure of Ric Flair, but I don't know where he is right now. So let's grab out some more villains. What was his name? Was it Tusk?
Tusk.
It is Tusk, yeah. He's lost a finger. He's lost one. It was Tusk.
Tusk.
One tusk.
And there's a
He
little
still comes
dude
out.
with that. Yep.
He still comes out. So there we go. He's been okay. Condition. Here's another Apocalypse.
Yep.
One day my grandpa got him for me. There we go. There we go. So he stole Uncle Gary's cape.
Yes, he did. And then put it in the washer and shrunk it.
Right?
Whoops. And there's the Silver Samurai.
Yeah.
Lost again. I had my mom glued the top because I wanted him with his helmet on, and somehow he lost his middle finger right there.
Well,
Oh,
you know
wow.
what? That's because that's what happens to you in the Yakuza when you don't complete your task. You get fingers lopped off.
There you go. That's what happened. And you might know his name, but this guy, a Ghost Rider villain. But I always
That's
like
a Jester.
Jester.
Wow.
Cool. This is one. Yeah, I always liked him, but I forgot his name many years ago. So now I know it's Jester.
Jester, and also a Daredevil villain.
Oh,
Interesting.
cool. I'm gonna have to check out those comics to see those issues. All right. Here we go. Captain America. Do you like him from like 1990
Wow.
or from the very first Marvel Legends?
Wow.
Legends.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. That's what I had to deal with for years, and then got him. And Marvel Legends. Speaking of Marvel Legends, Tim, you were showing your Iron Man, and here's my Iron Man
Oh.
right there.
I think his
And-
face comes off. Faceplate. Yep.
Yep,
There it is.
there we go.
Oh, mine has the removable head.
Oh,
So yeah, this faceplate don't move. I take his head off, put on Tony Stark's.
yeah.
So,
Yesterday, I could not find the faceplate, so I was looking through them all, and I eventually did find
wow.
it.
That's a cool figure. I like that.
Yeah, another one I really like is my Thor figure.
Oh,
Yeah, from Marvel Legends. Can't remember what series it was. If it was like 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. Melnor just not hang on so well anymore. But yeah,
He had a stand he had that was like a
Yeah.
giant was on it. or a piece of Giant's hand or something.
Though that's when it was either the Marvel Select or the Marvel Legends or whatever that came with all those.
I think that might have been
accessories
Marvel Select. Yeah.
Yeah, those were great figures. Paid a little more, but you got those awesome display stands.
Mm-hmm.
This one with the more Martian Manhunter suit was like you took the head off and then put this on. So that's what that's their.
He's half invisible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You like Demolition Man or maybe Blade?
Wesley
Ooh.
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes Blade.
Wow.
Right there, yeah. I pre-ordered these, and one of the other characters that was pre-ordered was the Red Skull. And guess what? They never sent me the Red Skull. They said, "Oh, we ran out of him." I'm like, "How do you run out of the character when I pre-ordered him?" And I never got the Red Skull.
To this day, Sonny will curse Hasbro.
Here's a Spawn. It's more like a
Ooh.
statue kind of thing. Yeah, because it doesn't.
Yeah.
I still like it. It's still pretty cool. Any TMNT fans out there? There's the
wow.
old Shredder. Now, I don't know how this one might have even come from England, possibly, because my family became here in '92, and like I was 2 years old, so I left all my figures. My brother brought a couple back, like he had an old Hulk. I'm not too sure, but this is one of the first figures in our collection. Was Shredder. And back to Gargoyles, the dog. I forgot the dog's name.
I couldn't tell you.
Somebody
I
out
never
there.
watched it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Jamie's a big fan. He might know. And then there's another show that I don't remember, but it was about pirates and they were bad.
Oh,
he had long hair. This guy had long hair. He was the main villain.
Shoot. It's right there. I'm thinking of it. Dead something. Darn it.
I'll have to find out, sometime. But yeah, so he, again, another one of my figures who got a haircut. He had long hair.
Yeah.
Well, he's got
Dark
a bone.
Waters. There you go.
Was it?
Wes? Good job
Dark Waters.
coming in. Dark Waters.
Good job, Wes.
There we go.
Solving a mystery that I did not know.
Like Sonny didn't want to do an action figure show. He just wanted help naming, figuring out who the people were.
That's a good idea.
Of an action figure show.
Maria, we're gonna find out who the hell these figures are today.
Yeah.
In today's day, yeah. Well, look at that. I've already found some out. There, look at that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
what's
my
his face?
God.
Oh, forget his name.
From the Reavers, but
yeah, he's one of the Reavers.
Yeah, Gladiator from the Sharon Empire.
The Superman.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Superman of Marvel before Century.
Yep. But he's different because he has a mohawk.
Oh, got it.
There you go. Talking about the Shi'ar.
Oh wow.
And he's got a little guy in the back too.
Yep, there he is.
Yep.
And this guy who's kind of known from Marvel, and he is Deadpool.
That may be the first Deadpool figure, and he should have an ugly face under there. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, one of my. I've been a fan for a long, long time. All right, time to move faster now. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
That came from the set. Did that come from the?
Yep. The set with the JLA.
Yep.
And so did this Wonder Woman.
Oh wow!
The same set.
Yep. She's tie you up, Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
That's pre-bondage Wonder Woman.
And here's Namor.
Oh wow!
Back in the day when I'm one of the Marvel Legends again.
See, I thought that style of suit for him was a newer concept. It's older. It's Silver Age.
All right. For X-Men, hey, we found out that Executioner is going to get his own figure. And there we go. There's the original Executioner figure.
Oh, wow.
And his top piece slips off. Yeah.
Comes off. All right. Green Lantern, John Stewart.
Yep.
What's his name? Chode, I think.
Chode.
Yeah. There he is.
Is that a Marvel figure?
That was the old like X-Men animated series.
No, he's one of the Star Jammers.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
There's Cameron Hodge. There's the feelings. I hate Cameron Hodge, but I like the figure.
Wow.
Speaking of X-Men villains, have Ahab. I wonder if he'll
Mhm.
be in the new series sometime soon.
That's one you don't see very often.
Yeah, from the Days of Future Present. And here's another guy. His name, I just call him Cyber. He was from this place called Disney Quest, and he just made a toy. And there you go.
Right
There you go.
on.
So there you go. You guys like Backstreet Boys?
No.
No.
Well, there you go. Backstreet Boy,
What the hell?
and another Backstreet Boy. These were from Happy Meals.
Oh my
There you go.
god.
There you go, some Backstreet Boys, guys. As Dan said, there's such random mixed figures, all of them. Hawk Girl. This one was so hard to find from the animated series, but I eventually
That's cool.
found her.
I dig that.
Yeah.
I was very happy and very surprised when I found it. And see, and Wes even says he wants. There you go. I want it that way.
No.
I saw what you did, Wes.
There's Superman from the animated series.
Wow, that's nice.
All right, let's get on to one of the figures with the accessory, and that is the Silver Surfer from Marvel Legends.
Mhm.
And this was the one that came with that Howard the Duck.
That's an odd accessory for Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
It really was. Here's one of my favorite toys, Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Angry Punisher.
Oh yeah, when I used to make movies toys, he was the main character. He was a lead actor a lot in a lot of my stuff. And he was one of my top wrestlers. Bane.
Mhm.
Bane was my heavyweight champion. Nobody could beat Bane.
Wow.
Nightcrawler. There you go.
With
I
suction.
saw one thing before. I showed that this was being sold like at a market, and they marked down Demon Michael Jackson toy. Yeah. So this is not Demon Michael Jackson. This is Nightcrawler.
No
Where's
tail?
the tail? Does he have a tail?
And broken off.
No tail.
You know what? I don't know what he's doing with those figures.
Sonny played with his figures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Two of my favorites. Wolverine. His arms are both broken, so that's why they're both glued on like that.
Wow.
And Cyclops. And these two, they were wrestling legends, you guys. For some reason, I called Cyclops one time. I called him Glasses Guy, and then I said, you know what? His name is going to change, and now he's Goose's Guy, and he went on to become the heavyweight champion.
Oh
Still
my
got it.
god.
So there you go. Two of my faves.
Look, that's a sad little box now behind him.
It
Right?
is, but if you want to hear a sad story, there was one time that I went to the store with my brother, my mom, and my dad, and I saw the Chameleon from Spider-Man. And my mom said, "Oh, another time you can get him." And to this day, I never got the Chameleon toy.
You did. He just looks like other figures because he's a chameleon. He's
No.
being a chameleon.
No, I didn't get him. So my birthday's coming up, and I still don't have the Chameleon figure. But I do have some. I mean, I got some. So if anybody felt like buying them for me,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh kid, this is childhood trauma. Oh my
This is
Hey,
god.
horrible.
if
That's
anybody
terrible.
wanted to buy me the Chameleon, I'd take them. But I never got that toy. But I did get some. I got some other toys though. I did get some other toys though, and let's say get Spider-Man. There we go.
Yep.
On the cover 3. What cover is he on? 100 is Spectacular, right?
100 of web.
Do you want to read Dan's comments?
Yes. Dan says, when I said it was a random assortment of figures, I didn't mean it as a challenge to pull out McDonald's Backstreet Boys figures. Oh, random, you say, Dan? Hold my beer.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
But I did get some other Spider-Man villains. I did get Shocker,
Shocker.
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 and I got Hobgoblin. Yes, he lost his cape.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, that's
And
what
he-
happened.
Scorpion
Without his tail. Where's his tail?
gone.
The question of the
Look,
night.
Somebody else got his tail ripped off. What the hell are you doing when you're
Oh
playing
my
with these toys?
God.
Nightcrawler and Scorpion have their tails removed. Jesus Christ.
Crazy times. But you go Carnage.
Play hard or go home.
Yeah.
He had a broken arm, but it was fixed. And one time, for one of my stories, I have a story called "Killing Set in Motion," and I was trying to think of a kind of a rough name for the villain's last name, but I didn't want it to be like his name's Monster or Killer Guy, right? And then I was looking, and then I said, "Let me look through my old figures," and then I saw this figure, and I said, "Carnage." His last name will be Carnage. So this figure
Wow.
inspired something even as an adult.
I love how the broken arms and stuff get put in permanent poses.
Yes. And now it's time to get down to the end.
No, don't
You
let
have
Sonny ever
more?
work. Look,
The
don't
last
let
figures-
Sonny ever work in the morgue because the bodies in the morgue that have been mangled, he's
Make it look like they're in a fight. Doctor Doom,
Oh, there we
There-
go.
but with another Doctor Doom. This
there
Doctor
can only
Doom.
be one.
Yeah, there can only be one.
Which one is the Doombot?
Well, this one could show you his face.
So it's not that one then.
Yeah. And I don't want to take his head off. Okay. And there we go. There's that
Ooh.
pretty mug on Doctor Doom right there.
I don't have a Doom figure and I want one.
And now that was the last action figures I got when I was collecting was a Fantastic Four set.
Nice.
There you go. The Human Torch. It brings us down to the end. Oh, this is another Mr. Fantastic. He didn't come in the set. He came along with the Marvel Legends. So I have him. He's holding the other hands that were regular, but those were the special ones he came with.
That looks cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and then Mr. Fantastic, another like that was the one that came with the set. Invisible Woman.
She's not very invisible.
No. Let's see here.
Now she is. See,
It would have been cooler,
No,
Sonny.
that's like,
And then it's not invisible. Franklin
Wow.
4.5.
and
And Herbie.
Herbie. And if you want another sad story as a kid, I had a toy of the Thing, and I played with my Thing so much that I broke it.
That'll make you go blind.
And then years later, though, I did get another Thing, a bigger, stronger, harder Thing.
Wow.
And again, yeah, so he lost his middle finger as well.
God, again, he's taking off middle fingers and tail.
It was an accident. I don't know how they all happened. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah. As an adult, random stuff. Jason Voorhees' car.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Yeah, just as a kid, I was like 10 or 11. It is a gift, regular gift, because I liked all my stuff. And then as an adult, my mother did give me, because I'm a Breaking Bad fan, Walter
Oh
White.
wow.
And now I did not realize the time was flying by so fast, guys. I just have so much fun with toys. Sorry for the time lapse. That concludes all my toys.
So
not all my toys, some of them.
Wes says, as you got older, your thing got bigger.
Bigger,
And rockier.
stronger.
And rockier.
Oh my lord.
Yes. And now it's not over because now Uncle Gary. Time for you to give us a tour.
Listen, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that. Following up with all these toys that are in mint and perfect condition, it's just not going to go well. So,
all right,
Here we go.
ladies and gentlemen.
Sonny's gonna cry now when he sees all these toys that are, complete. All right, so here we're gonna try our big experiment. I've got to flip this thing around, so bear with me.
Look at the background while he flips, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy.
Well, now I have to figure out where I can get the little flips. Hold on while I do this. Let's see. Shoot. So this is, this is where. Hey, you know what? Go ahead and take me off the center screen for a second, and maybe I'll see the widgets that I can pull up.
That's true. Yeah.
Because I can't see them here.
Wait a minute. Bam. There we go.
All right. All right. Yeah, I can see the widget now. So
Okay.
I've got to go to.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right. Right. I
There's some
think
stuff.
we are
Perfect.
golden now to go the other way. Yep.
Hey, there's that shocker.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going. Yep. There we go. So we'll start here with Galactus. It's a little
Wow.
dark here, but these are the hero clicks, and there's a Galactus, and he's holding a little Silver Surfer.
And the Punisher bite is
And I've
for
got,
the
you know,
Return to Big Nothing story, right? The Punisher behind.
Yes. Yeah, that's the poster there. Yep.
Rider
Exact-
coming in.
All right. So this, I should, wait a minute, let me, oh, sorry. Now I'm going to see if I can get a little light on the situation there.
There we
To
go.
make it a little bit better. There we go. So these are the Hush figures on that shelf. And these are Long Halloween figures there. And then underneath are just some more different Batman figures, different iterations, different artist version, like there's a Frank Miller in there. Then we'll go down here to this shelf. These are some of those Marvel figures. Those are a bunch of different iterations of Wolverine. Some of those are mail away figures. I think the Wonder Man was, and maybe the Quicksilver.
Wow.
Let's see. And on top, we're going to go. This figure line was called Extreme Justice, and I really liked them. They were cool. They were JLA line for the most part, but man, are they hard to pose and stand up.
Oh yeah.
So,
See Aquaman
extremely-
there. He's got his legs all. He's almost doing
Akimbo.
the splits.
The Kyle Rayner is the hardest of all of them to stand up, him and Aquaman. But that was the Peter David Hook Aquaman, which I liked a lot. So here we go.
Ooh, that's
Some more of the Extreme Justice figure. Yep. Yeah, isn't that pretty cool? John Henry. All right. Let's go down. Let's see. There's some more of the figures he just showed. There's the Shocker with his accessories. Punisher, Nick Fury with his rocket pack that, Sonny doesn't have. Some more Spider-Man. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry, we're in the dark again. Let's see. There we go.
Why does that Hobgoblin have like a cape on?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So there's
I had that Dr. Octopus and the Green Goblin.
I guess you
like
could
the
say I have the
Tombstone.
Venom, kind of.
Yeah, you do. That's the Venom that you had. All right, here we go.
There's the
Here's the Marvel. There's the Nightcrawler. And we'll see that my Nightcrawler does have a tail.
Yeah.
Unlike what Sonny showed.
Your Wolverine has his arm.
He has his arm.
He has his arm. Bishop has his guns.
Yeah.
Colossus has all his gear. Oh, let's see.
Caliban.
Caliban. Look at that pretty cape he has.
Wow.
Yeah. Magic, Cannonball, Thunderbird.
Ryder Gary is asking you if you have any maps for me.
Maps like in the Spider-Man Zeb Wells series?
Oh, negative. Oh,
Yep.
Wes says, was that Michael Jackson that you showed up there a few minutes ago?
Good Demon
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, yeah.
Demon Michael Jackson. All right, let's go over here to some more of the X-Men guys. Let's see. There's Juggernaut. There's Executioner with his two weapons. There's Sabretooth with his muzzle and with his his manacles.
Wow.
on. Yep. There's Silver Samurai with the top piece to his helmet.
There's Omega Red with his hair.
Yeah. Gladiator with the cape.
Yeah.
The Age of Apocalypse Magneto that Sonny couldn't have because he got the other lame Magneto.
Yeah, exactly. Sauron. All right. So there we go. We got a JLA Mobile. How about that? That's kind of neat. All right. So now we'll go to really cool JLA set. This was a kind of like a DC Direct thing. I love that Aquaman figure. Yeah, it's great. Peter David figure. There's an Atom. Wonder Woman. All right. Now this is a Alex Ross lineup here. All these figures are Alex Ross figures. So they are spectacular.
Wait, you're missing part of Supergirl's outfit.
What part of
the shirt's
Supergirl's?
ripped up.
No, it's supposed to go like that. Was a deep plunging V-neck back then. It was okay. It was a 70s.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, that Captain Cold.
Yeah, isn't he great?
Yeah.
Again, these are all the Alex Rosses. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. See if I can get this light again. Let's see. There we go. There we go. So yeah, the Joker's pretty cool. There's a Grundy behind him, a Manta, Parasite,
Wow.
Black Adam. All right, so this is some more Alex Ross line here, and these are JSA figures. And then the ones in armor are from there's a Justice set where that's Aquaman armor that's in the armor, and that's a Green Lantern behind him. And then this is a Identity Crisis set.
Oh, nice.
So these were based on the Michael Turner stuff. And then one of the coolest figures. Oh, yeah. One of the coolest figures at all. I had them on the bottom because I don't want them to fall.
You didn't want your Nimrod down there to break his leg off.
Is this Batman figure?
It's cool.
So it's the armored Batman. And if you look at him, he's done with the piping of the Batmobile.
Wow.
So, I say, what does that look like? And people, be really familiar. And then I tell them it's the Batmobile from the 60s. So that's what it is. All right. Hope I haven't given anybody motion sickness. So
that's the same Iron Man that Sonny has, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it was from a Marvel Avengers animated line.
Nice.
The batteries have gone down in it, but the Wonder Man, you press his belt buckle and his eyes would light up, and so would his gloves.
Gary Ryder is asking if you have any of the Kingdom Come storyline figures.
Ryder, stay tuned.
There's
Beta Ray Bill, ooh. Ultron. This Loki figure, he's holding a little ball, and inside the ball is the Wasp.
Oh, wow.
There's a little Wasp figure in there.
Wow.
So I know it's hard to say. There's another Iron Man. This was from, remember when they did where they changed the Avengers out with Rob Liefeld's stuff? That's from where that Iron Man is from, and I believe the Ultron. Here's an Alpha Flight set.
Ooh.
They were all together. Yep.
Oh, there's Beast.
Kazar.
There's Kazar. Yep. Jean Grey. All right. There's Stegron, the Brood.
The Onslaught?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Apocalypse and another Brood.
Wow.
Because you can't have this one. All right. So, and of course, great books up top. Joe Kubert, Bernie Wrightson, Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson, Jim Aparo, and Jack Kirby, just for fun.
It wouldn't be
hey, we're all on security camera.
It wouldn't be an Uncle Gary showcase, ladies and gentlemen, without some comic books.
That's your go. All right, this is the Americana row. A old Cap figure with the old shield. Blackhawk, Jonah Hex, who was. These figures all make an appearance, when we do our comic character of the week, Grandma. There's Sergeant Rock, Uncle Sam, another Cap, Patriot, something, USA Patriot or something. I can't remember.
USA,
something Patriot.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Super Patriot.
There's
this figure.
Your thing had his middle finger.
Yeah, he's got all his fingers, and like I don't know what kind of torture Sonny's doing. This eagle figure was really cool, and he comes with this little weasel. It was made by a kid that this was his Make-A-Wish dream.
Wow.
Was to create an action figure. And so I gladly supported it and bought this figure. Maybe it was called American Eagle, and the wild weasel that came with it. But it was from a kid's Make-A-Wish dream. So
that is amazing.
I think that.
Oh, that is. Yeah. There's a cool toy too.
Yeah, it is a cool toy. It really is. So there's this was a cat. This is a Wolverine werewolf that used to howl. I've got to replace the batteries. There's a Hulk. All right, now we got some more of the DC Direct stuff. Wardrew, Dead Man, Swamp Thing,
Yeah.
Demon,
Yeah, awesome
The
action figures.
Question, Pandora, and the Phantom Stranger.
Wow.
Yep. All right. Psycho Pirate, Shade, Guy Gardner, Rainier. Oh, I forget her name, but one of the
Jade.
other Green Lantern. No, it's not Jade. She's a one. I forget what planet she's
Oh.
from, but
We'll just call it Green
she's an
Lantern.
alien.
Yeah.
Yep, she is a Green Lantern. A Vandal Savage, Fire. God, it can't be Fire Lord because that's a Marvel one. I forget his name. Effigy, maybe. Maybe that's Effigy.
Fire something.
All right. This is the line of Earth 3, the Injustice League.
Yep.
See Owlman, Ultraman, Superwoman, the Green Lantern, and Johnny Quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Gentlemen, real quick. Excuse me. Ryder says he wants to say he appreciates all our hard work week in and week out, and to say thank you very much.
Well, thank you,
Thank you.
Ryder. And we're almost to a shelf that you have requested, my friend. These are all just really cool busts that I like quite a bit.
Love it.
You know, I mean, I like all kinds of busts. These aren't actually my favorite kind of busts, but I can't show those on TV. All right. Oh, speaking of busts, there's Power Girl. All
Yep.
right, there we go.
Nice.
So there's a Spectre back there. This is JSA and JLA shelf together in harmony. There we go. Oh, who's that? Look at. Oh, it's the Atom. He's waving. There
Wow.
You go. There you go.
Nice.
Green Arrow, Black Canary, Plas. All right, now we go to the guys that started it all. These are the Kenner figures in the late 70s.
Wow.
There's Superman with his cape. Yeah.
Yeah, my Superman doesn't have that.
One of the coolest figures, I think, was the Doc Fate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's Hawkman. So I have all of them. They're not all displayed, but these are the ones I have out. The majority of them: Firestorm, Mr. Miracle, Orion, Darkseid, Calabac. So here we have Calabac and Mantis and Steppenwolf, how they appeared in this line, but that's not exactly how they appeared in the comics. So
Wow.
when the Four Horsemen did the sculpting on the DC Universe figures, they changed that. All right, so these are the Batman animateds.
Phantasm. That's cool.
Phantasm, yep.
I love that Mr. Freeze, too.
Yeah, he's pretty tough, isn't he? And then on the bottom, got me a Creeper. Who doesn't need a Creeper? And there is that Scuba one.
Oh, there we go. Wow.
And the device next to him is the underwater thing that he would ride underwater, like an underwater jet ski. So that's what that came with. That Sonny just has the yellow suit left.
I was like 3.
Yeah.
That's no excuse, Sonny.
Oh, so the other day when we did the interview with Jimmy Paul and Miotti, he referenced this cover, and I went, "Oh, okay." And I went and grabbed it. You mean this one, Jimmy? And he's like, "God damn." There we go. All right. So this is all that line that Sonny was showing with Bane and Man-Bat. I'm sorry, with Man-Bat and Scarecrow.
Gary.
So there's the Bane.
Gary,
yes.
Sunno the writer in the chat says that Uncle Gary should give Sonny some of his toys.
I agree.
You know what? Uncle Gary would consider that, but Sonny obviously does not play with his toys correctly. So Gary cannot trust Sonny to take care of his toys.
I'm a changed man. I grew up.
I don't know. Did you see any change, Tim? I thought he was pretty rough.
He's banging them around and just
he
tossing
was.
them.
He's putting that claw in that box. And just yanking them out.
I put a towel in the box before I put the toys in there.
Okay.
There's Sugar Man. And he used to say, "Give me some sugar."
Oh, my
So,
Lord.
There's the Man-Bat. And this is a Clayface that's part of that line, too.
Ooh, wow.
All right, here we go. Ryder, I hope you're still with me, baby. There's the Red Arrow. There's the Beetle. That's Wonder Woman's kid. I can't remember her name. There's Aquaman and the King Arthur getup as he was, when he was under the sea,
Wow.
leaning heavily into King Arthur. Shazam Magog, older Superman.
That Shazam looks great.
He's a
Yeah,
bit.
isn't he great? And you know what actor Shazam was based on? The original
Who?
look? Fred McMurray, My Three Sons, Double Indemnity.
Really?
Yep. Yes, absolutely. All right.
Another
Grundy,
villain.
Eclipso, Amazo, Black Adam, Tomorrow Woman, I think. Grodd. All right, here we go back to the.
Sonny is like Sid from Toy Story with his figures.
yes, he is, Dan. Dan, you're right on the money. All right, there's that Greg
dead man.
figure with Norman McKay that was part of that.
Yeah.
Red Robin. There's the old Batman. Dead Man's so cool, right? That he's just a skeleton. The Mercury, the Green Lantern, the Parallax, and the Wonder Woman. So there are my Kingdom Come figures. All right. So hopefully everybody's not getting. There we go. Neil Adams, Nick Cardy, Nestor Redondo for you all those playing comics at home. All right. So these were more of the DC line that went straight to the comic shops. I love that Captain Cold figure too.
That's so cool.
Artemis. All right, this was a Legion set they did with the older school costumes of
Brainiac 5.
Yep, Lightning Lad with his robotic arm because he lost his arm.
None of that epic outfit from Cosmic Boy.
Yeah, but that's his original one that was clothing, at least. It wasn't the one that was just little pieces of cloth held up. All right.
Ooh, that big Barda.
Big Barda. Some Oberon. Mr. Miracle. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Another. Oh, there's a Jade, who's part of the Kingdom set. She's slumming over in the Apocalypse section. All right. There's the Teen Titans. There's Aqualad. Very happy to see you. He's very happy. Yeah. Okay.
Raven's cool. I'm going to Morpho.
Yep. All right. And there's Metamorpho. It's Phantom Lady.
I had that Hour Man figure.
Yep. That's the robotic Iron Man. Man. There's Max. And Phantom Lady. Pretty skimpy costume there. She makes Power Girl look matronly.
I never had a Metamorpho figure.
Just ain't that something?
Well, he could change into a lot of shapes like Chameleon, so maybe you do.
You throw it in my face.
So, Sonny, technically, you do have a Metamorpho and a Chameleon.
Right. Luis Dominguez, Bernie Wrights, and Jim Aparo for those you're playing at home. All right, there we go. Booster Gold and Skeets. Adam Strange. There we go. Beetle. There's another little Adam. Hey, guy. Okay, there we go. Wow. Martian Manhunter, Aquaman with the water hand when he went through that phase. Dr. Light, Wonder Woman. Oh, Mr. Terrific. T-Spears.
Sonny.
Yep.
Sonny.
Yeah. So, Power Girl. Good Lord, look at all that. Man, hello.
Attention to detail. Man,
yeah. And she has gravity defying powers too. All right, Dr. Midnight. Okay. All right, there's the Aquaman kind of relaunch they did where it wasn't Arthur Curry as Aquaman. OMAC, Isis, a Warlord figure, one of my very favorite characters. I would love to do him for Comic Character of the Week, but
cool
figure.
Yeah, he is very cool. Travis Morgan.
Booster Gold is a superhero.
Supernova.
Yeah.
Animal Man. That was the Ryan Choi Adam.
This is all the 52 storyline.
Yeah, some of those are mixed up. Some of them are first appearances ones too, and some are the new 52 ones. Yep. These are Titans set.
Wow.
This was the Jeff Johns Titan run. There we go. There's a Build-A-Figure Giant Man. There's a Colossus that comes with a piece of a Sentinel under him, and there's a big Hulk.
Jeez.
So they're my large and in charge. Okay, let's stay down here. So there's Juggernaut. You talk about big jugs. There's big jugs right there.
There's a Sabretooth. There's a Omega Red. There's a Magneto
like
with a
that
Sentinel.
Magneto.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Sentinel
Mr.
head.
Sinister, too.
Sinister. All right, there's a Green Goblin, Bullseye. That's one of the alternate Wolverines from, was that Age of Apocalypse?
Yeah.
And there's another one. Yep. A Loki, Taskmaster, Abomination. All right, so this was the first wave of the DC Universe line that the Heralded Four Horsemen sculptors did, and it Orion, Penguin, Demon, Batman, Red Tornado. So kind of an eclectic mix for that first set. All right, they were kind of outliers. I've got most of the others in another place, but they were just there. All right, here we got some great Avengers. Wonder Man with the yellow jacket over his shoulder. Panther, Vision, Hawkeye.
Wow.
All right. There's a War Machine. Miss Marvel, Ant-Man. Sentry flexing on you. Natasha, she may make an appearance tomorrow night with us. Yep. Black Knight. There's Marvel, Captain Marvel, Hercules, Iron Fist.
I like that Hercules.
Yep.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, he is.
He's Herculean.
Yes, he is. Oh, well, there we go. Ernie Cha, Neil Adams, Mike Kaluta. Oh, this is one of my favorite. Look at that Kaluta cover. Look.
With the corn.
Corn skulls. Or as
Oh.
I like to refer to them as Kaluta kernels. There we go. Ghost, Nick Cardy, for what you know. All right, there's a cool Ghost Rider with his cycle.
It's Marvel Legends, yeah.
Spider-Man with the webs under his arms. Wolvie and some Hellfire Club goons that he's hacked and slashed. That's the Forceworks Iron Man armor. There's that Thor with his base.
Oh,
see? There we go. There's Lockheed and Kitty. There's Jamie's buddy. Dupe. Rachel, Angel. Another Nightcrawler with a tail. Wow.
Mhm.
Iceman. All right. Ugh. All right. Storm. Cable. Phoenix. Psych. Captain Britain. Another Bishop with his guns.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. Deadpool. Oh, there's a man thing. There you go. Sir.
Uh-oh.
There's Man Thing.
Look at that man thing. It's kind of shrouded in darkness, but there it is. Havoc. There we go.
There you go. Good. Got some weight on your Man Thing.
Yep, there we go. Got to have some. There's a Doctor Doom on a castle parapet.
Wow.
And these are kind of some random, just DC figs. There's a Brainiac. There's a Huntress. There's a Red Hood. All right. My wife is a huge Elvis fan, so we've got some Elvis here.
Those are good figures, though.
McFarlane's.
On the package, yeah.
Yep.
Those are all McFarlane figures, and there's my Mellencamp signature, my favorite.
Nice.
Chris Isaac. There's Chris Isaac and my wife at a concert. How about that? So there's a Sentinel.
TikTok took his music off of there.
What'd you say?
I said TikTok took Chris Isaac's music off of there. I had to change one of my videos because it had his music and then took it off.
Is that Man Thing you have, Gary, giant sized or no?
When you coax it, it is.
Oh.
All right. Oh, Dan Kelly's going to be happy. Look at that. Two Ravens in a row.
Kurt Warner was next to him.
Yeah. So if you care about figures, there's an Oriole in there too, Palmero. There's a cow. So a bunch of the McFarlane football. We talked about Kenner, and I believe they're the ones that had the starting lineup figures. And McFarlane,
great series too.
McFarlane put them out of business when he started doing these.
Yeah.
So
just more attention to detail and
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he even he's even got tats on these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the great Bernie Wrightson lab scene from Frankenstein.
Wow.
Puzzle. That's a print of it. All right. I know it's not action figures, but we got some statues.
So cool with the busts.
Ladies and
Speaking of
gentlemen,
busts, did you see Black Cat over there?
ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see a detailed walkthrough of where the statues are, go check out Uncle Gary's Comic Emporium right here on Codex Station on YouTube.
All right. Here we go. How about this?
Oh, that's cool.
There's awesome all around the table and everything.
Yep. Yep. And there's a little Adam sitting in his chair on the table. You know, I'm sorry I don't have the right light for this, but I can't really hold the light and do this at the same time.
Yeah.
Unless there's a light button on here. One of the coolest things I have is this Legion set. This was a Matty collector set, and you ordered this, and it had all these Legionnaires in it, and some of these have never had figures released stuff. So that's really, really cool. Like
Who's the little blob figure?
That's Proddy. That was Chameleon Boy's pet that could also change shapes. And so there's Matter Eater Lad. He's from the planet Bismol, and he can eat anything, and he's got a chunk in his mouth. And this figure here,
he'll be in a random panel of the week soon.
Yep. See the missing figure there that you don't see?
Yeah.
That's Invisible Kid. It's hilarious. And there are people that are actually mad that there wasn't a figure there. I'm like, come on.
I think that's great.
That is hilarious. And since he's a bounty hunter, Lobo's one that's kind of supposedly captured him there. So,
wow.
Cool setup.
So anyway, that's a great set. And it closes up to make a replica of the old Legion Clubhouse, which was an old rocket ship. So,
Wow.
So when that closes up, that's kind of a replica of that. So go here. So the figures down here, these are also another like a DC Direct line. These guys were
Devil there.
Yeah, there's a Blue Devil, Manhunter, Flash, Wonder Woman, old school Green Arrow, Ocean Master, Aquaman, Cobra, Creeper, Plastic Man, Black Lightning, Brainiac, Manhunter next to him. All right, so now we get into the line that these are the DC Universe figs that were so great. So the Build-A-Figure in this was, and I kept most of the figures of the line together, so you knew who you had to build a figure, and they built the, oh geez, now I'm blanking on his name, the main villain in Blackest Night.
Yeah, so not Black Hand, but
not Black Hand, but the one that Necron.
Yeah,
Necron. All right, so there's this line did Apache Chief.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of cool. So Bronze Tiger, there's a Bronze Tiger down there. So Samurai, Black Vulcan. All right. So this line built, I guess the robot is that Stripe. I think that's Stripe.
Mm.
Yep. So there's Hawkman, Green Arrow, Arsenal, Sandman, Atom, Stargirl.
Yeah, I like that old school Sandman.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So there's another Cobra figure, Zoom, Luthor, and that built, I guess this line built a Parademon. There's a Toy Man. Sorry about the light, fellas.
Nope,
Boomerang, Magog in the corner. So at one time, this was like Legend. This set was like Legends 5, DC Universe 5, and it was a really hard to get set. And I was happy to get them.
I like that Eradicator.
Yep, the Eradicator and Riddler, and that built Metallo.
Wow.
Lightning, Amazo, Atom. And then these are just randos for kind of thrown together. There's a Rocket Red that was really cool. Fire and Ice. And they're showing some good cleavage too, if you like that kind of thing. And I sure do. There you go. For fun, sometimes I put Doll Man in their cleavage. You know, who wouldn't? There's Cassie. All right. Here we got another line of the DC. Here we got these up in here is I know y'all did a trading card show.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Golden Pharaoh, Raven, Omak, Valdis. He was in one of the Fatal Five. Starman. I love that Starman figure. Martian Manhunter, Gem, the Batman. Okay, there's another Devil, and these are all that DC universe line. Sorry, guys.
And you have pins by all of them of who they are.
Yes,
Yeah.
those pins, the badges there, came with the figures. So
Badges?
yeah, badges. We do need some badges. We do need stinking badges. So I tried to put everything as it came with the figure. So see, Sonny, that's what I try to do instead of scattering them through the wind. I try to keep everything together.
I just mind they were in movies and shows. They lived. They lived and not
Negative
all.
Man,
Some died.
Trigon. That was a Trigon Build-A-Figure. Sonny, I'm just giving you a hard time, baby. Yours
All
were
good, all
much
good.
more loved than mine, and you can tell. All right, so here's an example of where we had two different parademons over here.
Oh.
The one on the right was in the original Superpowers line. The one on the left is how they really look. And so in the comics, so they gave you two versions. Mr. T and his T Spears, Mr. Terrific, rather. So this built Giganta, the Vigilante, a really cool Dr. Fate. And he had, I don't have him on, but he's got these things when you put it on his hands, it's like the Ankh.
Oh, wow.
See the image of the Ankh in there? So if it's on his hand, it looks like he's creating that.
Yeah.
Steel. And this one was pretty expensive, I think, for people to find, is the Gentleman Ghost. And he's a little bit translucent at the bottom.
It's cool.
Great
There's nothing
figure.
where his head would be. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Well, you're right. There never was. The Gentleman Ghost always, his head was always unseen.
He's a ghost.
Yep, Katmatui, John Stewart, Deadman, the Shark. I'll get to the Swamp Thing figure last. Cyborg. Okay, so here's another case with Steppenwolf. The one on the far right was how he originally was in the Superpowers line. The one on the left is comics accurate. So
Wow.
in the green. All right, this figure here, the Swamp Thing figure that comes with Unmen, Cranius is my favorite right there. Cranius. Love him. This was a San Diego exclusive one year, and my good buddy, who is no longer with us, Mr. Howie Welsh, procured that for me. So, Howie, I still love that figure. Thank you, brother. I think of you often. So, yeah. So, thanks to Howie Welsh. All right, fellas, bear with me while I get up. Try not to give everybody motion sickness again. All right. As we come over this way, I have a couple Sin City figures. There's a Marv right there. But maybe the best thing is, who hasn't wanted to execute somebody?
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, he's very cool.
That's the best you can do, you pansies, is what Marv tells you. So, all right, we're going to rotate. We're going to go up. Oh, what do we have here? Instead of just one member of KISS, I got the whole damn
wow.
band. There they are, all of them.
With the guitars and everything, with all their instruments. And
Yes,
weapons, too.
Yes, so they're ready to play a show. They're not just able to hang out. These guys can play. All right, this figure above the other camera, you're on camera, was like a demented homeless dude with the scythe and with the saw, and he was Reverend So-and-so's worst toy of the year, and I was real happy to have that.
Wow.
There's that Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a lot of items. Yeah.
Yep, Cygor. I think that was Cygor is the gorilla, right?
Cygor, yeah.
Yeah. So here's where I got really nerdy. Okay. So I've got all these Green Lanterns up here. Underneath, I have a prism, and I even put, it may be hard to see it on here, but it's green paper on the inside. What do you call it? The translucent paper? It's not crepe paper. It's something.
Shit. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can't
so
think of it offhand.
Someone put it in the comments.
Yeah, so I even put that kind of paper in there to make it look like it was a Green Lantern power shield,
Nice.
So I've got
That's
Shark in there, Cyborg Superman in there, a Weaponer of Cord, Parallax is in there. So and a lot of the ones from the Green Lantern set. And underneath, we have movie monsters.
Oh,
Sonny had. There's the Crow.
Nice.
Yep. There's the
Leatherface.
Thing. Yep. Leatherface with his bucket of body parts.
wow.
Jason with his
Jason?
stuff. Snake Plissken.
Oh yeah.
Sonny Kruger's cousin, Freddy. Ash from
Evil Dead.
That is.
Yeah.
Evil Dead. And there's Scream with his knife and his phone. He's got the phone. Yeah, the phone's black, so I guess you can't see it too well. But he's got the phone in his hand. So,
Hulk 197 Gary says R.I.P. Howie.
oh, yeah. Howie was a great dude.
And the Rider 95 says all hail Bernie Wrightson. He is on my Mount Rushmore.
Ryder, you and I are birds of a feather, my friend. He isn't. He is on my Mount Rushmore, and he is the top spot on my Mount Rushmore. I worship the altar of Bernie Wrightson. All right, so up here,
Spawn.
that's the original. This is the original Spawn line
Yep.
right there. I bought them off the shelf as they happened. So there they are.
Use that
but-
chapel.
Yep. So there they are, and right here, I've got some more.
Oh, wow.
Again, let's zero in on what's really important. That is some major cleavage right there. No wonder Spider-Man's peeping.
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
Peeping
that's
Pete.
Peeping Tom Spider-Man. All right. A great Lobo. I love this Punisher with his
Yes.
with the gun right between the dude's eyes, and the dude's eyes are all crossed. Like, damn, the barrel's right there. And a hodgepodge of great heroes and villains. Yeah. So I kind of have the villains in the center and the heroes in front and behind them, keeping an eye on them.
Ocean Masters back there. That's great.
Is
Yeah.
Joker pretending to be like like a electric man or something?
Yeah, it was like a mechanic look he had for a
Okay.
while. Yep.
Yep.
But that was like the Death in the Family look. Or
Yeah.
Death of the Family. Not the original. There's another Aquaman with the hook. One of my favorites is this translucent Green Lantern, which is really cool.
That's neat.
That's that Thrill Kill Batgirl. God, that was such a sexy comic. That was really great by Dan Brereton. So another cool Captain Cold. All right, let's go up here. Here's somebody's favorite Young Bloods.
Oh my god.
Settle down, Tim.
Now it's a party.
Oh man. Oh,
They're
the
awesome.
Max.
Sonny, there's some middle fingers for you right there, buddy.
Nice, and they're on like they're not broken off.
Not at all.
No.
Nice, man. Or was
Max.
it the Max? right?
Max. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
wow.
right. And let's see. Let's move on to, here we go. So I think one of the coolest things is I had a lot of these, the Blackest Night line.
Yep.
So here we go, the Black Lanterns, which are just so cool.
Wow.
Look at the Dead Man one. That is so awesome. Kara, Flash, the Zombie Aquaman.
Is that a
Yep.
dead guardian?
Yes, sure is.
Oh man.
Yep, sure is a Dead Guardian. Earth 2 Superman, Deathstorm. There's the Black Hand in there.
His right
Hawk
hand is
Girl.
way stronger than his other hand.
That's exactly right. All right, so now we get some of the regular Green Lanterns. We got Guy, got Batman as Green Lantern, 2 Guardians, Kilowog, Hal. All right, so we have the Sapphires back there. Then we have the Indigos.
Saint
have-
Walker.
Yep, Saint Walker. And I forgot the elephant one's name. And then Barry Allen was a Blue Lantern.
Elephantitis.
Elephantitis. There you go. Lord
Elephantitis.
Mine! And Globulus. I love Lord Fleet. Luther.
As an orange lantern, that was perfect.
Yes, it was. And then these are some of the Fear Lanterns. And then the Rage. Oh, he fell. Kitty fell. But there's Dexstar.
Dexstar. Yeah.
Dexstar. Atrocitus, Murrah, and she was really pissed. Guy
Wow.
Gardner.
Perfect
then-
as a Red Lantern too.
Oh yeah, and so then Murrah, nice cleavage, baby. All right, so we have a theme going. Anyway, here we go. These are the brightest day figures. So
Wow.
Aquaman, Jackson Hyde, Hawk and Dove. So
That
very
Hawkman.
cool. Yeah. All right. So here we go. There's the Calabac and Darkseid, and these are those DC Universe figures again. Killer Moth. There's a Joker and Harley.
Wow.
Catman, Azrael, Batman and Robin. Okay, I really love this. All the freaking Metal Men.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that great? Mercury, tin, lead, platinum. Iron, platinum, lead, gold, Booster, and Beetle.
Yeah.
Another cool Man-Bat figure. Eclipso, looking through his black diamond, Copperhead. Is that Ajax? Who that big guy is? There's another Jonah.
Wow.
Superman Red, Superman Blue. Okay, Aquaman, Midnight, Spectre, Manta, Flash, Power Girl. The other Firestorm. Gosh, is it Jason?
Yeah.
Jason Firestorm.
I
Mirror
like that
Master.
Mirror Master. Yep.
Yep, Mirror Master, Cold, Mary, Kid Flash, Beast Boy, Robot Man, Creeper, and the other newer version of Aquaman they tried to introduce. All right. Really cool Aquaman statue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's worth seeing. Okay. This was an Ed McGuinness line of figures. So if you know Ed McGuinness's work, he draws these really hyper muscular figures that are pretty cool. You know, surely they're overdone. Look how jacked the Atom is. But Wonder Woman looks like a damn linebacker. So that's great. But I love the style, and I love when they can interpret figures to match an art style. Look, and now you talk about big. Look how big Hawkman is to everybody.
My Lord.
Oh yeah, he's way bigger than most. Yeah.
Yep. Then the only small figures are there's a Little Mitz Picklick and a Joker. There's Metallo back there. Look, he's got a scoop, and the scoop is his face part that's peeled off.
Oh,
That's
wow.
kind of neat in the scoop. Zoom, Luthor in a great big blocky armor suit. Live Wire, Darkseid, Bizarro.
Wow.
All right. Let's see if I'm going to get any love here with the lights. I'm going to try to see if I can make some light down here. Maybe, maybe not. So bear with me. Come on now. Well, not so much. All right, so we may try to go from afar to see what I can get. All right, so this is again that DC Universe line, Metamorpho, Ares, Wonder Woman, Deathstroke. Underneath, oh God, one of the coolest figures is and I'm sorry he's in shadow, but it's Ultra Humanite. Is the big monkey here.
Oh wow.
Come on.
That
doesn't
big old
help.
brain of his.
Yeah, Ultra Humanite. And so this set built him where it's Obsidian, Alan Scott, and Tyr, Hourman, Commandy. Let's see. I'm gonna leave. I was gonna try to. I'm gonna leave you right here with a little view of it. Don't run anywhere. I'm gonna try a full trick.
Wonderful Wonder Woman, Batman, half a Superman, Green Lantern, and the Flash. Ladies.
All right.
Then
So here,
you see
so
Dr.
here we go.
Octopus on the other side.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to use my flashlight phone. All right. So there's the Commandy, the Hourman, Zatanna. That's that P. Craig Russell Aquaman miniseries where they gave him that suit.
Oh wow.
The one on the far left is Tyr. He's a Legion villain. All right. There's the Ares. Yeah, there's the Metamorpho. All right. So here we go. Despero, Captain Atom, Sinestro, Hawkman, Green Lantern, and Atom Smasher.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember if this set made Atom Smasher or made Despero. All right. So you got a Batman Robin. This set made Grundy. And there's a pretty cool Grundy there, Nightwing, and Batman Beyond. All right.
Did you find that Batman Beyond in the park like I found mine?
I did not. There was no crying child that I snatched it from.
Sonny, Jesus Christ.
I'm teasing you, Sonny. I'm teasing you. There's a Guardian. There's a Green Arrow, Black Canary, Wildcat. That's a great Wildcat. His hands all, with the bandage, with the tape. Just built Gorilla Grodd. This set did. And there's, all right, so you got Black Adam, but on both sides of him, the one on the right is Mantis, has appeared in the original Superpowers line, and then the one on his left is Mantis, as appears in the comics. So it was really cool. They gave you both versions. All right, this JLA version here, they're kind of like it was when they relaunched the JLA, I forget which time, but these figures are done in that style, kind of like a Michael Turner style. So we've done that. So I think now we're going to go to the big wall. Let's see if y'all are ready for this.
That the grand finale?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
These are all Spawn figures, baby. So, Michelle. Let's see. All right. What did I do here? All right. There we go. I love the Christmas Spawn. There's a head in that bag.
Oh, my
See
God.
See the face in there. See, that's, yeah.
Nice Christmas gift. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, and a lot of these Spawn figures are so cool because they're covers. They were taken from certain covers.
Yeah.
So, and these things were so detailed. Well, all right. Did I mess up?
No, you're good.
All right. I hit something on my end where I can't see. Hold on.
Those McFarlane figures are just incredibly detailed. I love it.
Yeah. So let me see what I'm doing here. All right. Well, you can see, right? I just can't see very well. So
Yes.
I'm gonna,
Right now we see. Right there's good.
yeah, because there we go. Okay. So that is a great cover. I want to say it's 89 or 87, something like that, with the Halloween. So it's really cool. Oh, the heat. Yeah, I love that guy. Look at all the garbage he's got on him.
Here's a
Toilet seat
pretzel. Is that?
Yeah, he's got. It's a toilet seat. That's a toilet seat stuck to him. Yeah. There's a gunslinger Spawn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Medieval Spawn. Always loved him. The arrows sticking out of his shield. All right, this Mandarin Spawn, I remember such a big deal. He was like the toy of the year when he came out. The detail that's underneath his tunic with the his knee. Look at all that.
Oh, wow.
So it's just incredibly detailed, and that just amazing. And that one with the cross, that was a cover too. What they do.
Spawn is so many cool looking, like disgusting demon looking monsters. Yeah.
And so many of them have like a little dude riding on them, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a pirate Spawn. That's kind of cool. Got his peg leg on a bottle of rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the bats around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that guy right there with the horse? A little bit up.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. What character he is. He's just pretty damn cool because I got two on horseback that I put in the centers there. I already did that one. Sorry. Let me go down. I think this is the guy you had that we didn't know his name, but he didn't have these accessories.
Oh, okay.
Sonny.
Oh, you're right. It's yeah. It does look like yeah.
So,
Now you know what he looks like with all his stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Centaur one. He's got the skulls.
That's awesome.
He's holding the skulls there. All right. And these were like the manga inspired ones there. All righty. And then we'll go to the bottom row violator.
Wow.
Like a Hydra spawn. That's the original violator back there. And this one that is just vicious. I used to have him in a window and I would let spider webs gather on him and it looked really creepy. Yeah. And then there's a great dragon. There's that dude. And then there's another cover.
Man, that's cool.
That spawn. Yeah. So that's the spawn wall. And let's see if there's, I guess the last fun thing I can give you is another. Well, I'll give you a couple more fun things. Here's another statue tour.
That's great.
Yeah. So these are more like in-action figures.
Mm-hmm.
Punisher, dude is pissed.
Oh yeah. I like how many of the Punisher toys and statues he has to look really angry.
Yeah. 3 versions of Wonder Man, Thunderbird, one of my favorites. This Hulk is so freaking heavy he can only go on the bottom shelf.
Wow.
Yeah. And a beast like he looked at when he was with the Avengers.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Some more McFarlane's. And that is a true Sammy Boss signature, boys and girls. If you don't know who he is, look him up.
Nice.
He's the greatest, one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever lived. There's a John Riggins signature on my Super Bowl 17 program. Yeah. And, I got 2 more action figures and we'll close it out. Got some more Hero Clicks, but right here is a Red Hood and a Batman figure done in the Jim Aparo style.
Oh, nice.
Cool. That is really cool. Yeah. So, Jim Aparo Batman.
That looks great.
So, I think that concludes our tour. And if you want to take me off the center square here, I'll try to figure out I'll go back to and flip the camera back around.
Redskins pillow.
Yeah, so you can see the prettiness that is me.
There it is.
Yeah, so let me get out of there. All right. So that, man, that was something. I was out of breath. Hey, I didn't fall away.
That is wonderful.
Well, thank you for the tour. Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing all your figures with us, with me, with everybody watching. And I was glad I got to do it too. It took a little bit more time than I thought I would. I was like, maybe I'll be 20 to 30 minutes. And I looked at the clock. I'm like, I've been going on a lot longer.
I was saying, what are y'all doing in After Dark? Timmy's going to blame you as a common denominator.
I'm okay with that. I'll take
I need to show the McFarlane figures I have here. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Let me show you a figure that is really cool. Look at this Suitor figure.
Oh, that is awesome. Away from Thor Ragnarok too. Yeah.
Yeah, from Ragnarok.
The Infinity Saga toy line.
Yep. So really cool. So those are the ones that are up. Like I said, I've got boxes of the McFarlanes that aren't out, but I think we saw a good bit.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Sonny, this has been going 2 hours and 31 minutes. I think that is almost a new podcast record.
I think so. Yeah. And technically, this is from the vault. So
yeah,
it's not at all right.
It's definitely from the vault record.
He's got a disclaimer. Somewhere in that tour, I lost the sock.
Gone forever.
See, now you talked about my figures missing their fingers and the tails, and now you lost a sock.
Oh my god!
Well, you know what? I'll make that trade.
Demonics Gaming says, "Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, Demonic. How's it going?
Just showing toys for over 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours of toys. 2 hours of toys, and Sonny's missing body parts.
Lord. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think we should put this action figured episode to bed.
Yes.
Yep.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me. I had fun showing you my toys, and I had fun seeing your guys' stuff. And thank you again for solving the mystery of some of my figures that I didn't know their names. The plan worked. Now I know their
Yeah,
names.
absolutely. We figured that out. That was your plan.
That was great.
Yeah. And now I've put the word out there that I still don't have a chameleon toy. So, maybe one day
Or
someone will
That's so
mention-
sad.
Metamorpho.
send it to
Yeah,
me.
or
Yeah, I don't have
Metamorpho.
Metamorpho either. Yeah, so with that, I'll just, say see you guys. Thank you for joining me in from the vault for all of us. Tim, you go ahead.
Ladies
We're gonna,
and
we're gonna get him a combined figure, Metamelian.
done.
Metamelian, yeah.
Done. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It has been absolutely fantastic. Action figures, excuse me, all around. You're never late. You're always on time, Demonic. And the good thing is even though you're catching us right at the tail end, you can start it over and enjoy all 2 hours and now 33 minutes of us three showing action figures. We look forward to seeing you back at the beginning. So don't hesitate. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, find us at all your favorite social media platforms at the Codex Station. Gary, what do we have and what do we want to do with them?
At the CODEX station, we've told you before, and we want you to take this to heart. We have all the socials, and we would like nothing better than to give them to you.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite social media platforms, make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow. If this is content that you love and enjoy, we do this all the time. Live shows multiple times a week and other programs coming out for your viewing pleasure at the Codex Station, ladies and gentlemen. Also, and if you want a beautiful long t-shirt to wear while I, Sonny, or Uncle Gary serenade you with comic book stories to tuck you in at night, thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Get some merch, meet the team, and so much more, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I guess that wraps it up. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim the Terrible. This beautiful man over here is Sunno the Writer, Sonny Kruger, and down below is the curator of the Library of Action Figures, Uncle Gary. This is the Codex Podcast from the Vault Action Figures special presentation. We will see you next time. I need to hear it.
Gaping holes.
There it is. Thanks. See you guys next week.